everyone, thank you again for joining for another Pilates mat workout. Today we need no props. We're going to go ahead and get started down on our mat. Okay, so we're going to start with our knees bent, our feet flat. We have a nice neutral position through the spine and pelvis, and go ahead and bring both arms out to the side. We're going to allow both of the knees to fall over to the left. So we're just getting a nice rotation through the spine. And we're trying to keep both shoulders down. Okay, so the chest area is staying square to the ceiling and the knees are rotating. So you're going to notice today that we do maybe a fair amount of rotation and spiraling. We're going to pull both knees back center, and then we're going to drop them over to the left. So with that, we have a little bit more of a focus on the oblique system today, okay? So you might notice some similar movement patterns in our workout, some similar movements and muscle contractions. We're going to again pull those knees up center. Let's drop them over again to the left. This should feel like a nice stretch through the back. And even though we're dropping the knees, we're thinking of still holding them in space, so there's still a little sense of integrity there through the movement. And we're going to go one more time over to the right. And then we're going to come back center. We're going to bring those feet about sits bones width apart. Hands come down by your side. Nice neutral position through the pelvis and spine. We're going to do a few hip rolls here. We're going to take an inhale. On the exhale, we're going to use the obliques to imprint and the glutes to roll the pelvis all the way up. Just pressing down through the feet, reaching out through the knees, getting a nice stretch through the front of the body, and then begin to melt the spine down. Rolling through that upper, middle, lower, going through imprint back to your neutral. Again, let's take an inhale here. Exhale, we imprint, and then connect through the glutes, rolling the pelvis up. Ending on the widest part of the shoulder blades, take an inhale to stay. And on the exhale, starting with the upper back. And then we move through the middle, the lower, going through imprint, back to neutral. We're going to do this 2 more times. Again, on that exhale, connect through the obliques. Then press down through the feet, use the glutes to lift. Make sure we're on the shoulder blades, we stay for a breath. And then we melt the spine back down. Last time, like this, we take an inhale. Exhale, connect through the obliques. Use the glutes to press through the feet and roll the pelvis up. Take an inhale to stay. And on the exhale, we're going to melt that spine down. And again, move through that imprint. Go ahead, restore your neutral. Let's bring the feet all the way together. Hands come behind the head, elbows slightly forward. On the exhale, we curl up, going into your ab prep. And then we inhale, release back. So making sure that that pelvis is keeping that neutral position. Pubic bone, top of the hip on the same plane. We have that little space between the lower back and the mat. And again, we're using the obliques together to create flexion, right? We're drawing the rib cage downwards towards the pelvis. That's what's lifting the head, neck, and shoulders. We're going to do 3 more here. We lift 3 and release. 2 more. Exhale, lift 2 and release. Exhale, lift 1. Now going back to the beginning of class, we're going to allow both knees to fall over to the left. Okay, but again, we're still holding them because both shoulders are staying down. You're using the obliques to support the weight of the legs rotating to the side. And on the exhale, focusing on that right oblique. We curl up. We inhale, release. We exhale, lift. Inhale, release. Thinking about the spine and the abdominals both ways, right? It's not all this work to come up and then we just collapse the body back down. Think of placing the body down, right? So you're using the obliques to pull you up, then think of using the spine to help control the weight down. We lift 3 and back, 2 more. Lifting 2 and back. We lift 1, Good, back, pull those knees through center, and then let's drop them to the right. We exhale, lift right. Inhale, back. Exhale, lift. Inhale, back. That's it. Lift and release. This is 4. Coming back. This is 3. And back 2 more. 2. Last 1. We come back. Bringing yourself back through to center. Your left leg is going to reach straight out in front of you. Arms are going to open back out to the side. And we're going to pull that right leg up into a tabletop position. Okay, so we're still neutral. Both shoulders stay down. What we're going to do is we're going to take that right leg. We're going to drop it over to the left. So you allow the left pelvis, or the right pelvis to rotate up. So we're rotating the pelvis to the left. Both shoulders stay down. And if you look down, I want your ankle to stay in line with your knee. It's not twisting, so you're not moving from the hip. And then exhale, use the obliques to pull the shape back. Okay, so on the inhale, we rotate the pelvis to the left, anchoring that left foot down. And then exhale, connecting, pulling up, using those bottom obliques, pelvic floor to come back center. We rotate, both shoulders stay down. Exhale, connect and come center. We rotate. Obliques to pull center. This should actually feel like a nice spiral through the pelvis. One more time, we rotate. Connect and come center. Hands come behind the head. Elbows slightly forward on the exhale. We rotate and lift to the left, or to the right knee, sorry, not the left, and then we come back. What does happen on the left though, is that when we curl and rotate, you're keeping that left hip planted down, and think of that left rib cage spiraling towards the right hip. And we release back. Exhale, curl, and back. 3 more here, 3, 2 more. This is 2. Last one. We hold it up. Now from here, you're going to keep the shoulders lifted. We just rotate to center. We're reaching that right leg out. As we bend the knee, we rotate back towards your knee. But we're staying lifted, so I'm not lowering down. I just move to center as I straighten my leg. I rotate as I bend my knee. 2 more. Reach, center, bend, spiral, reach, center, bend, spiral. I'm going to hold the rotation. Now it's my left leg. I just lengthen and lift it off the mat. And then I lower it down. Keep that spiral. I lengthen and lift it off. I lower back down. You got it. 2 more. Lengthen and lift. And then lower it down. Lengthen and lift. Now what's going to happen is I'm going to rotate. I'm bending my left knee. Rotate to my left. Go ahead, lower that right leg down. Come center. Body comes all the way down. Arms open out to the side. We repeat this on the other side. The left leg rotates to the right. My right hip stays anchored. I use my breath to move back center. That's it. I spiral. Good. And then move it back center. Again, make sure that ankle and knee stay in alignment. I rotate, my left hip comes up, left pelvis rotates. Moving back center. 1 more time. Rotate. Good. Coming back center, hands come behind the head. I exhale, rotate and flex. Good, I'm not reaching beyond my knee, right? I'm reaching like just beyond my thigh, really. And then I'm coming back. So when you rotate and lift, again, a common mistake I see is that people end up side bending over to the side. Make sure it's just rotate and then lift up. So think of opposite rib to opposite pelvis, and then back. Again, that right hip is staying anchored down. And come back. Last time with this full range motion. Okay. Now I lift, I rotate center. Now I'm keeping my shoulders lifted. I lengthen my left leg as I come center. Bend the left knee as I rotate to the left. I reach, come center. Bend, rotate. Lengthen, rotate center. Bend, rotate to the left. Good. Reach. Now this time I just keep my rotation. My right leg, I lengthen and float it up. Inhale, I'm placing it down. Again, lifting it up and placing it down. 2 more. Lengthen and lift. Place it down. Lengthen and lift, holding it here. Going into full obliques. Bend that right knee, lengthen that left. I rotate to the right. I switch, rotate left. My hips stay down, rotating through the upper body. Exhale, exhale. This is 4, 3, 2, 1. Come center, grab behind the legs, peel the body all the way up. Beautiful. Sitting back, arms reaching straight ahead, we're up nice and tall. On the exhale, we're just gonna scoop and roll off those sits bones. And then we just return it back up to vertical. And again, exhale, scoop, roll back. Inhale, return it up to vertical. Exhale, again, both sides working together, keeping the body square to the front, lifting up one more time. Exhale, scoop, rolling back. We lift it up from here. We scoop, roll back, and hold. Now again, right pelvis stays, we keep the C shape with the spine. My rib cage rotates, my left arm swoops down. I follow it back. Chest open, fingers reaching away from each other. I move down and center. Right side. Down. Reach. Good. Moving back center. Left side. Think of that opposition. As you spiral the rib cage, reach the fingers away from each other. Remember, the spine doesn't lose its shape. I'm going down. Rotate. Down, up, one more time each side. Reach. Good, and center, last time. Reach. Good, and coming center, returning all the way up to vertical. From here, we're gonna come onto your hands and knees. Elbows extended underneath the shoulders. Right, knees are underneath the hips. From here, so let's do 2 cat stretches. On the exhale, we're gonna tuck the tail. We're gonna round that lower back, the middle back, the upper back, just getting a nice stretch through the back. Take an inhale to stay. And then on the exhale, let's release the tail. Lower, middle, upper, going through neutral. Supportive extension. One more time, exhale, tucking that tail. Rounding up. Take an inhale to stay. And then on the exhale, let's release all the way out through neutral into supportive extension. From here, that right leg, the left leg. I'm going to do it on this side just so you can see my working side. So my left leg is going to be reaching back. I'm stabilized through the torso, stabilized through my shoulders. Here, my pelvis, is square to the mat. I'm going to start on the exhale, just lengthening and lifting. So straight up, and straight down, okay? And I want you to think of almost using your glute to lift your toe, right? It's not just getting that leg up. I really want activity through the back of the hip. And again, this is supported by the obliques. If your obliques aren't pulling upwards on the pelvis, that's where you get that sinking into the lower back. Up, down. We're doing 2 more like this. 2. Good. 1. Now from here, we're lengthening and lifting up. We're in line with the hip. Now from the hip joint, start to laterally rotate or start to turn out at the hip so the knee faces the side. And as you turn out at the hip, that turns into a rotation of the pelvis. So if you can see, my hip, right, starts to open up to the side, right? So my left hip is not angled towards the mat anymore, it's more angled towards you. And then I rotate back center. I start to reach my toe back. I start that spiral at the hip. My shoulders stay square, and I spiral at the pelvis. And then think of pulling up through the obliques. Move back center. I lengthen, spiral, open up through the hip. And then I rotate back center. 1 more time. I start to turn out from the hip, rotate through the pelvis. Now from here, take your bottom right knee, or take your bottom right foot, pick it up, bring it back. So then we can move all the way to the side. Here we are in a side position. From here, pressing down through that left foot. We're going to take the right leg. We're going to bring it back so we connect our inner thighs together. Now from here, you're swinging your pelvis upwards as we thread underneath, and then squeeze through those inner thighs and glutes. Come right back to the side. Again, think threading, lifting that pelvis up, and then we move back to the side. Beautiful. 2 more. Push away from the mat. Squeeze through the inner thighs, lift. Move it back to the side. Last time, we thread up, and then we move back to the side to come out of this. Let's try to come back the way we came. So bend that bottom knee, right? I rotate back to the side. My right foot lifts, comes back in line with my knee. My pelvis rotates back. Both knees come in. Go ahead, press back to a little shell stretch. I know that's kind of a lot. Pull that belly up. We're going to move over to the other side. Again, I think the nice thing about having these videos is being able to see things for the first time, but being able to reference it and go back to it. So like start where you can. If you can't get to the full side plank or the rotation or this felt a little awkward, please revisit it and play with it in your body and see what works, what doesn't, and where you need to build on. So again, from here, we have that nice neutral position. Right leg is reaching straight back. We connect through the glute. We lengthen and lift. Find that long line, and then we tap down. Again, here my pelvis is square. Feel that you have both equal weight in both hands. You have the crown of the head and the toe reaching away from each other. We lift and lower. This is 2, hitting my closet, and tap. This is 1. Good. We lift and hold it here. Now start that external rotation. So we turn out at the hip. That turns into a spiral of the pelvis, but shoulders stay square. And then I toe up through my obliques. I move back center. So I'm reaching my leg back. I start to turn out at my hip so the knee faces the side. Then my hip opens up. I rotate through my pelvis. I'm opening up through my right hip. And then I move back center. 2 more. Think of like a screw, like reach the toe. Feel that length through the back of the leg. Good, and then moving back center. up that left foot, bring it back, so then we can open up the body, and we're in that side lying position, or sorry, side plank position. From here, pressing down through the right foot, pick up that left, squeeze the inner thighs. We rotate, threading through, lifting the pelvis, and then we rotate back to the side. So think lift the hips, round that spine, and then move back to the side. We have 2 more. We thread, rotate, moving back to the side. Last time, use that exhale to spiral, and moving back. Let's lower that left knee down. Rotate, bring both hands down, pick up the foot, it comes back. We're square to the mat, pull that knee in. You can sit back again to another little shell stretch. And then we're going to come into a mermaid position. So we have your left foot forward, your right foot back. Hips are square. I want you just to reach out to a nice long diagonal. So again, I have my left arm down, but there's really no weight on it. Okay, more like reaching out. This hand is here just for like support, but there's not that much work. And what you're gonna do here is from the rib cage. You're just gonna rotate, so like both shoulders are square to the mat, and then just rotate back to the side. And just get nice movement from the rib cage, and just kind of play with this feeling of movement and rotation through the torso, right? Should feel nice and good through the back and through the hips. Let's do that one more time. Rotate, come back, lifting up. Let's just do a little counter stretch. Good, we'll do this on the other side. So we have that mermaid position. Left hand down, or right hand down, left hand reaching long in that long diagonal, and then just from the rib cage, we're just rotating shoulders square to the mat, and then we just come back to the side. That's it. We just rotate shoulders square, and then we move back. That's it. 2 more. Rotate, and come back. Last time, rotate, good, come back lifting, get a nice counter stretch, and coming back up nice and tall. Thank you everyone so much for joining me today. My name is Amanda, I didn't say that in the beginning, but I'm thankful you guys are here. And I hope you enjoyed this quick oblique workout, and I really hope that you join me on the mat again next week. Thanks everyone.